You must discern your season. There's nothing as good as when you do things at the right time. When something happens at the right time, you don't need to strain for it. Somebody is telling you, you are going to take me to this and this place. You are going to take me out during this weekend, but you don't have money. What do? You borrow. You keep inconveniencing yourself because you are doing things at the wrong time. All right, welcome to the Wisdom Talks. I'm Joe Wisdom. So happy to get back to you. We are so grateful that the last episode was so enriching, and we thank all of us for being part of what God is doing and giving us the feedback, especially when you write to us, and we know that you are getting enriched, and you also may be able to extend you are getting to share what you are getting even to your friends. In case you feel like this information is something that your friend needs, always feel free to share with them. You may never know whether what you are hearing is what they need to hear. And as I keep saying, never eat something good alone. When your friends will come to know that you have been eating alone, you get an enemy from a friend. So today, I feel charged for the singles. I feel charged for relationships. And I want to talk about wisdom for singles, wisdom for the single people, the single men, single ladies. This is the day that the Lord has made. And I know that you'll get the few tips that you need to have, especially in the dating field and in the relationships that you're having. At some point, everyone desires a family. Everyone desires to be loved. Everyone desired to have a companion. And today I want to begin by saying that the number one thing that every single person needs to do is to develop themselves. You need to develop yourself as a single person. Before you even think of engaging in any relationship, whether it will lead to marriage or otherwise, you need to develop yourself. You need to add value to yourself. Remember, the kind of a person, you attract who you are. There's no way you want to downgrade yourself and expect to have a premium service. There's no way, we say that value attracts value and quality begets quality. So it's good to add value to yourself. It's good to develop yourself first. Find yourself first. Know what you want in life, and when you're still finding yourself, I can say that if you're in school, first study. Wewe kwanza soma. We are getting a lot of questions from people who are in school, and I can tell you that relationship is hard work. Relationship is hard work, and whenever you get into this intimate relationship, you get the other person will need a lot of attention. So there's no way you'll be able to run the two together. You either waste the school fees and you get married, or you become a victim of life. Some people have dropped. When some people are expected to graduate, only for the parents to realize that they dropped a long time ago. So if you're in school, first study. Marriage is not an emergency. You need to know that. So don't put a cart before a horse. Do first things first. So we are saying that if you are employed, or if there's something that you feel you need to do before you settle in marriage, please do it. Do it. Do it. Marriage will come. A time will come where you love all the time that you want. But some of these things, if you don't do them before marriage, you'll never do them. I really wanted to advance my academics, and I thought that I will do it even when after getting married. But it's not as easy as you might think. It is very difficult even for you to get, because a lot of attention is needed. You are a husband, you are a father, you are all these things. And sometimes that divided attention sometimes doesn't go well with the environment around you. So if there's something that you need to do, please do it now. Do it now. Number two, I can say that you must know what you want. You must know what you want. What do you want as a young person? As a single person, what do you want? If you are a single man, what do you want in life? What kind of a life do you want to live? If you are a single lady, what kind of a life do you want? When we talk about the kind of a life, is that you must be very secure in where you are going. You must have an idea of the kind of a life that you want to live. There is no way, and because the other person who is coming to you is not coming to make you something different. Actually, no one can make you who you are not. No one can make you who you are not. So you must know what you want. Not knowing what you want gets you into a confusion. You are confused. So you settle for anything that comes your way. We keep saying that if you don't know what is possible, you settle for what is available. So it's very important for you to be exact on what you want. Write down the primary things, the primary attributes that you feel that these are my irreducible minimums. What do I want? What kind of a life do I want to live? You know, you cannot just sit down and expect that the man who will marry you will give you a designer life. Or the woman that you want to marry will come and make you the kind of man that you want. There's nothing like that. Becoming is a process, and you begin the process when you are alone. You are not half that the other person is coming to be the other half. There's nothing like that. You must be complete. You are complete in the Lord. You are complete in Christ. And if you know that you are complete, then the other person is only coming to add value to what you are doing. Remember Adam. You know, Eve only came to help Adam do what he was called to do. So you need to be very, 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 very careful when you are looking for some particular traits in a person. You need to know what you want. Don't settle for what is not good for you. Don't settle because the only thing that is available for you is this, and out of desperation you become a victim of circumstance. So very important. As a single person, you must know what you want. What do I want? What kind of a life do I? If this person if I sense that you are not going we are not going in the same direction, I have no business connecting with you. Actually, we can just remain as friends. There's no way marriage relationship is not trial and error. You know, and the many people, especially the young men, when you see a beautiful girl, it's not given that she must make a good wife. She might make a good wife, but not to you, because you must also look at the compatibility. You cannot connect to somebody who is going or who have been called to a totally different direction from where you are going. There's always a way you can connect with someone who is going where you are going. And this happens when you give each other time, when you take time to learn one another, when you take time to listen to one another and hear even the vision that the other person has. Number 3, you must discern your season. As a single person, you must discern your season. There are people who are rushing to 2 things. Because your friends are married, you also want to get married. Because your boyfriends, you know, are in relationships, you also get into one. Actually, you feel like when you go out, you are the only guy who is alone. Everybody is hanging out with their girlfriends and all that. You must discern your season. There's nothing as good as when you do things at the right time. At the right time, even the Bible says that God makes everything beautiful. When something happens at the right time, you don't need to strain for it. But when you begin dating, when you begin a love relationship, when you are not ready, you have to sacrifice so much because you're actually getting out of your way. When you get into a relationship, basically, you get to a place where you share you become drained emotionally. And if there are other things that you are doing, it becomes very unfortunate because the thing is draining you and you feel you are not ready for it. So you go an extra mile. Your sacrifices, but the other person is not feeling the sacrifice. Because, it's like praying with the pig. The pig is enjoying. It will drag you to the mud. The pig will be enjoying, but you are getting yourself dirty. That's what happens when you do things or at the wrong time. The other person, you feel like you should be enjoying because it is their time. But for you, you feel inconvenienced. Somebody is telling you, you are going to take me to this and this place. You are going to take me out during this weekend, but you don't have money. What do? You borrow. You keep inconveniencing yourself because you are doing things at the wrong time. It's very good to know your season. There are others whose time has come, but you have not discerned your season. You have not discerned your season. So you feel like you are wasting, somehow you'll be wasting your opportunities. There are people I know who have lost very, very, very good and potential wives because of dilly-dallying. You are just there buying time. You are not even bothered. You date someone's daughter for 7 years, like they are doing medicine. You need to know, that person. When you lose that person, it will be very difficult for you to recover. What are you doing with somebody for 4 years, like they're in the university? What are they studying? What are you studying? Only get into a relationship when you are ready for it. Get into a relationship when you are ready for it. There's nothing. In college, I remember there are people you used to call sukumasem. Sukumasem basically meant somebody to push the semester. You don't need to get into such a relationship because that person will be wasting your time. They just want to use you. They just want somebody to keep them busy. But there's something that they are pursuing. At the end of the day, you feel wasted. You feel unwanted and valueless. So, you need to discern your season. When the right season comes, God will connect you to the right person. And when that right person comes, please don't waste them. Because when you lose the right person, it will cost you. It will cost you. It will charge you more than you are willing to pay. It will take you far than you are willing to go. When you lose the right person, you will never forgive yourself. So stop taking advantage of good people. If God has given you a good person, stop taking advantage of them. That you are seeing this person, yet you are still seeing your ex. Because this person is so humble, they don't ask you questions. You betray their trust. It's very unfortunate. Please discern your season and do the needful. Then the other one, you need to keep your expectation realistic. You must have realistic expectations. As a single person, what are your expectations? Don't expect too much when you are not willing. Don't expect too much when you are not willing to give the same. If you are not ready to give something, don't expect to receive it. You cannot withdraw something that you never deposited. You cannot go to the bank and you are right there at the booth trying to place keys there, and you expect some money, yet you know very well that you don't even have an account in that bank. You basically be a daydreamer. So make sure that you deposit what you want to withdraw. And realistic expectations is very dangerous because it drains you. It's like you cannot demand milk from a starving cow. You need to deposit. You need to affirm each other. You need to keep your expectation very realistic. You need to know if this person is not in a position to offer this, don't ask for it. So as a young person or a single person, because you can also be single at different situations or circumstances, is very, very, very important for you to know that you must keep your expectation realistic. Then lastly, allow me to say, create boundaries. It's very, very, very important for you to create boundaries. By creating boundaries, I mean that you must be in charge. When you get into a relationship with someone and both of you are riding on the wings of emotions, you lose it at the end. There must be someone who is in charge. When you feel like doing everything, one of you must rise up and say that this is not the right time. That is how you take charge of the relationship. When somebody wants to spend all the time with you, you must tell them this is time to work. You don't need to lose yourself. Sometimes you get into a relationship with someone and you feel like you want to spend every minute with them. Every time you are calling each other. And that is how people are losing even their jobs. Because you are wasting your time thinking about someone. You are given an assignment, you can't hit the deadline. Why? You went out, you never did your assignments. So it's very, you don't even hit the deadline. Every time you are chatting with someone, even during working hours, you must be in charge of the relationship. So it's very important for you to know that your destiny or the destiny of the relationship that you, maybe it was even meant to be. But because you keep wasting each other's time trying to talk all manner of sweet nothings, you find yourself wasting a lot of time. So be very careful as a single person on the boundaries that you keep. And again, please, as a single person, I would tell you, even as somebody who fears the Lord, avoid visiting each other in your houses. If you have to meet, there are hotels. Don't say that you want to test whether she is a good cook. No. If you really want to know whether she is a good cook, she can even do a takeaway. She can even, actually, by the way, were you looking for a cook? Or either call her for interview with the table set to check. There are things that are good enough. And for ladies, if you know you are not a good cook, please go back to school, learn some cooking lessons. Si kila wakati unataka mwende out na ukipika unapika machakura. It's good for you also to learn the most basic things. So avoid those. Keep the boundaries. Your house must be out of bound. If you are meeting with them, actually, if you really want to know whether she's a good cook, get your friends and go and visit her, but not alone. Because when you're alone, that is when signs, miracles, and wonders happen. Only for you to ask yourself, how did we get here? God bless you so much. I am Joe Wisdom, and this is Wisdom Talks.